All right, good evening and welcome to Breaking Today on this first day of the week, that is on Monday. My name is Frederick Mwitiriri. My sign language interpreter is Tracy Dorcas, and these are the highlights.
I want to state here very, very clearly and very categorically that I have nothing and absolutely nothing to do with the cruel death of Sharon.
Sharon Otieno's murder case against Migori Governor Tomboya to proceed from July 12th this year. ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi has criticized Deputy President William Ruto for using the youth. And hundreds of supporters of former South African President Jacob Zuma gather outside Zuma's rural home in solidarity with the former president. All right, welcome to the broadcast. You can talk to us via SMS line, that is on 111 444 111, and give us any feedback that you have about this bulletin. Now we start off with the murder case of Sharon Otieno, where the murder case against Migori Governor Tomboya is set to proceed from July 12th to 15th this year after a Nairobi court declined to postpone the trial. This is after defendants sought to have the case postponed, citing COVID-19 restrictions. The trial will now proceed as had been scheduled beginning Monday next week. Flora Limuki with the details.
It is now 3 years since Sharon Otieno, a 26-year-old Rongo University student, was murdered in cold blood and her body discovered at Cordero Forest in Homa Bay County. In her pending case, Migori Governor Tomboya is accused of killing Sharon alongside his personal assistant Michael Oyamo and Caspar Obiero, a clerk in Migori County. Migori Governor Tomboya had earlier asked the court to postpone his case in the murder of university student who was pregnant at the time of her death. However, Justice Cecilia Githua has dismissed the application, saying that justice should not be delayed further.
As a law-abiding citizen, I want to state here very, very clearly and very categorically that I have nothing and absolutely nothing to do with the cruel death of Sharon.
The number of participants and people attending the hearing has been restricted to accused persons and their counsels, the team from Director of Public Prosecution's Office and counsel from two families. The Director of Public Prosecutions has further been directed to avail 2 witnesses per day. Flora Limuki, Switch TV.
I'm also accompanied by...
All right, to a rather sad story where women leaders from Murang'a, Kiambu and Laikipia counties have condemned acts of female genital mutilation, FGM, that have become rampant in the larger central Kenya region, which are being conducted by their husbands and sons. The women are calling on Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Coordination, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, to support them to ensure they get justice. This comes after we featured a woman who accused her husband of 30 years of leading a gang of more than 10 men to conduct the ritual. She is now seeking treatment through the help of women leaders at the Murang'a County Hospital. Murang'a women leaders, led by Mercy Kemwe, a former Murang'a municipality mayor, have said close cooperation will assist tame the retrogressive behavior that has undermined the integrity of young mothers.
Tukishirikiana na serikali yetu hatutakubali, hakuna mwanamke mwingine atafanyiwa hivyo. Mungu alituumba na akaona sisi tuko complete, kwa hivyo hatutaki mtu mwingine mwenye anakuja kutufanyia mambo mengine.
Tuna huzuni sana tukisikia hiyo kitendo ya kufanyia hiyo msichana hiyo maneno ya unyama. Kwa hivyo tungetaka serikali ichukue hatua kali. Kwa hiyo kijana hawa wengine rafiki yake wachukuliwe hatua kali. Hiyo maneno imalizwe kabisa kabisa.
Yeah, there's some things that we shouldn't be doing in 2021. That used to happen in the 1800s. It shouldn't be happening in this time and age. Now, with the 2022 general election 13 months away, Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has asked the police service to strengthen their interactions with the people at the grassroots level, while releasing a report that signified the public confidence in the police service with an increase of 34% since 2009. Matiang'i has urged his men to work with the society in preparation for 2022 general elections. Namkana Samuel reports.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has asked police officers to adopt a bottom-up approach in dealing with the public so as to build trust and confidence ahead of the high-stake general election in 2022.
The confidence of the public has continued to grow in our police service, and indeed, as PS Kibicho pointed out, our country is safe and secure, and we are going about economic activities uninterrupted because of the work that you men and women in uniform do for our country. And on behalf of our grateful nation, His Excellency the President asked me to say thank you to you.
While acknowledging that the public confidence in agencies tasked with enforcing the law currently stands at 63% compared to 29% in 2009, Matiang'i challenged the officers to strengthen and deepen their interactions with people at the grassroots levels.
We are also going to very candidly look at what is it we need to do to deepen the confidence of the public in the work that we do. Because, my friends, we work for our people. And it doesn't matter how hard we work if we are not able to secure their trust and their confidence. We should ask the question, what is that we need to do to secure the confidence of our people?
Some of these emerging security challenges that come with the season are challenges that you are going to deal with very firmly. We know the season of heckling, the season of incitement is just around the corner.
With the 2022 general election 13 months away, Matiang'i noted that it is through such interactions that the country will remain stable and secure during the entire electioneering period. Matiang'i revealed that already a multi-agency team of security personnel has been deployed in areas deemed to be hotspots for possible violence before and after the polls.
This is our only home on earth. We have a duty to ensure that this country is stable, is secure, and Kenyans go about their activities. As you all know, this madness is not usually perpetuated by ordinary wananchi, because after all, right now they are going about their activities, they have no problem with anyone, they are in their marketplaces, they are doing their business, they are interacting among themselves without a problem. So why should they fight tomorrow and the day after? It's because some desperate politician is inciting them more.
The question of violence may be a thing of the past if what Dr. Fred Matiang'i has said today will be implemented. Namukana Samuel, Switch TV, Nairobi.
All right, thank you, Namukana. Now, ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi has criticized Deputy President William Ruto for taking the youth for a ride by providing them with wheelbarrows instead of championing a production economy. Speaking in Nakuru County, where several individuals affirmed their support for his presidential bid, the leader has urged that economic corruption has deprived many households of their daily bread.
Dignity ya Wakenya inaumia. Heshima ya Mkenya inaumia kwa sababu ya hali ngumu ya uchumi. Kwa hivyo wale viongozi ambao tunataka tutafute, ni lazima tutafute viongozi ambao watalenga pale. Wahakikishe kwamba tunaimarisha uchumi wetu. Sitaki kuzunguka na story mrefu. I need your help. Kwa sababu nia yangu ni kukuwa mtumishi wa Wakenya kwa cheo cha rais.
All right, we go to Machakos County, where Machakos County Senator Agnes Kavindu has urged the larger Ukambani community to come out in large numbers and vote for Kalonzo Musyoka as the president come August 2022. The senator states that the former vice president has no record of corruption or ethnicity, having supported the former president Mwai Kibaki's bid.
Wale watoto tuko nao ambao wamefikisha miaka 18 na kwenda juu, muwa encourage kwenda kuchukua ID cards, na wakichukua ID cards wa register as voters. Kwa maana mnajua 2022 baba wa Ukambani ambaye ni mheshimiwa His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, party leader wa Wiper, atakuwa kwa ndebe akiwania hii kiti ya president Central Province. Muturudishie mkono. 2007 tulisimama na Kibaki na Kalonzo akapanguza kio mheshimiwa President Kibaki akaona mbele kaongoza Kenya.
Now, it's 52 years since Thomas Joseph Mboya was assassinated in broad daylight at a government road that is now known as Tomboya Avenue. As Kenyans commemorate this day, the monument of Tomboya has not been open to public since it was closed for refurbishment. Miriam Jahid with the story.
On July 5, 1969, Tomboya, an activist who was a minister for planning and development, his life was cut short by unknown assassin bullets in broad daylight. The Tomboya monument, which is along the Moi Avenue, about 20 meters from where he was murdered, is yet to be opened for public after it was closed for renovations.
Hii monument imekaa sana kama haijafunguliwa na iliisha kutengezwa. It's so smart, watu wanaitamani sana, wanataka kupiga picha, but tunajaribu kupiga picha pale nje, kushika huko juu kwa Mboya monument, lakini ndani sasa hawachiliwa waingie ndani kupigiwa picha.
According to the caretaker of the monument, Evans Okumu, the government should change Moi Avenue Road to Tomboya Avenue in his honor.
Behind him, he was just killed 20 meters from where the statue is. So from where he fell down, now you are at the statue. If there's any big question about Tomboya, we just enter the Kenya National Archives and you get his exhibition there. And I think that arrangement is proper. Apart from that, this government road, the Moi Avenue, the way I've explained, Moi Avenue is supposed to be changed to be called Tomboya Avenue because that is where he fell.
At 38 years of age, Mboya had achieved a lot locally and gained admiration internationally, an achievement that Kenyan youth remember him for.
By that time, he saw Kenya was going to get independence, and someone like him, he decided to arrange for a scholarship to the United States of America. So he wrote a letter to the then president of the United States of America, John F. Kennedy, to lift students from Kenya to United States of America. Among them was like Obama Senior, the father to President Barack Obama.
As the case remains unsolved, Kenyans only have a statue to look at as an only memory of the leader who was soon to become Kenya's first cabinet minister of justice and constitutional affairs when the country gained independence. We will never sell our freedom for capital or technical aid. We stand for freedom at any cost. These are the phrases of legendary Tomboya, but the question is, are Kenyans following it? Mariam Jahid, Switch TV, Nairobi.
All right, and now supporters of former South African President Jacob Zuma seem not to be backing down as they continue their solidarity with Zuma. Hundreds of them, including some who traveled more than 400 kilometers, gathered outside Zuma's rural home in KwaZulu-Natal province and vowed to prevent attempts to arrest him. Apollo James tells us more.
Clad in the ruling African National Congress party regalia, bearing Zuma's portrait and T-shirts with the question in Zulu, Wenzeni Uzuma, which translates to, "What has Zuma done?" They sang songs praising Zuma as a hero of the 1980 struggle against white minority rule. On Sunday, July 4th, the 79-year-old told hundreds of his supporters that he was appealing a prison sentence and demanded justice. Last week, South Africa's top court slapped a 15-month jail time on the former president for defying a court order to testify before a graft commission.
I'm not asking for sympathy, but justice. My age and health condition and any other mitigating circumstances were not considered when the imprisonment was decided.
Several witnesses, including former cabinet ministers and top executives of state-owned corporations, have testified of Zuma's wrongdoing, including allowing his associates, the Gupta family, to influence his cabinet appointments and lucrative state contracts. Zuma's deadline to turn himself in as ordered by the Constitutional Court expired on Sunday. Now, he could likely face a possible arrest.
Me to jail during the height of a pandemic at my age is the same as sentencing me to death.
Top officials of ANC party have gone to KwaZulu-Natal to try to reduce tensions and to encourage Zuma to comply with the court orders and avoid any violent confrontations. Zuma has launched several court actions to avoid imprisonment. On Friday, he filed an application with the Constitutional Court to rescind his sentence, which the court will hear on July 12th. On Tuesday, Zuma will apply for an interdict to stop the police from arresting him. Apollo James, Switch TV.
All right, we are now taking a short commercial break. We'll be back with more in a short while. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back, and it's time for business. Now, the Ministry of Agriculture has embarked on coffee revitalization plan that is focusing on expanding at lowering coffee marketing agents from doubling up as coffee buyers, as well as push for expansion of Nairobi Coffee Exchange to sell coffee to East Africa at large. Speaking during the event, the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Peter Munya, has also said they are looking at bringing back the Coffee Research Foundation, which aims at investigating all issues relating to coffee and other agricultural and commercial systems as are associated with coffee. Flora Lemuki reports.
One of the other reforms I was telling the director we need to do, which may not be in the law now, we could propose it before wabunge wapitishe, ni ku-expand mandate ya Nairobi Coffee Exchange iwe inauza kahawa East Africa, isiwe tu ni hapa, because tumejua hata watu wa Uganda na kwingine wangetaka kuuza hapa, lakini the rules that are there don't allow. Just like we do with the tea, we make it an East African Coffee Exchange. That again will bring value to the farmers there and to our market.
Now, what happens when you come out of the private sector and join public service and back to private sector? On this week's episode of Know Your CEO, we get to interact with Patrick Kokonya, the president of Chota Africa Group and immediate chair of Water Sector Trust Fund, who shares his journey on balancing working in the private and public sector. All right, I'm being told that story will be coming to you in a short while. Now, moving on, Juakali artisans have today called on the government to cut down importation of personal protective equipment to support growth of local production and creation of more informal sector jobs. The Kenya National Federation of Juakali Association has said deliberate efforts will support recovery of businesses in the informal sectors by boosting production of affordable, reusable protective face masks and other related protective gears.
I can encourage Kenyans to use the reusable masks because you can wash and then you can wear again. You are not disposing. And also in the side of environment, I can say that it is the cheapest because you do not dispose. But when you wear something and then you wash it, the following day you wear it, this is economical. But for disposable, you see, one day we are going to misuse the environment, and also we are going to use a lot of money when buying the disposable.
All right, that story of Know Your CEO will be coming up shortly after these sports. Now, Tokyo Olympics bound Hyvin Kieng cracked emphatic victory at the Stockholm leg of the Diamond League. Kieng, the 2016